So today we are looking at the Lubuntu Linux 24.04.1 LTS. So here is the boot menu of the Lubuntu. Let me quickly boot it in the live boot first. So I'm running it on the virtual box with 60 GB of virtual disk, 8 GB of RAM, and my CPU is i5 1240p. So Lubuntu is a Ubuntu flavored Linux distribution, or you can call it as Ubuntu based Linux distribution. And the desktop environment you get is LXQt desktop environment for the Lubuntu, and the country of origin is France and Taiwan. So the system requirements for the Lubuntu is 2 GHz dual core processor or maybe better, and for the RAM you need to have like a 4 GB or more, and for the storage you need to have 30 GB, but I'm going to say it's better to have like a 50 GB of hard drive. And about the monitor, you need to have like 1366 into 768. So most of the users in the 2024 will be having that monitor, or maybe like a 1920 into 1080. So you need to have at least 1366 into 768 in order to see everything properly. About the graphics, graphics acceleration, so if you had the graphics, that will be a bit good, or else you can try it on your own and decide how it performs. So you can be seeing here the Lubuntu. Here you can see the language selection. There will be a lot of languages available right here. So if you missed my videos of Ubuntu 24.04.1 LTS, you can watch those videos. And also I made a Ubuntu video today, so you can watch the two other flavors of Ubuntu. And here is the Lubuntu. I'm going to make all the Ubuntu flavor videos like today, tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow. I'm going to cover all those videos, so if you want to check it out, you can check it out. So about the architecture, it's a 64-bit ISO file, and here you should be seeing two options, try Lubuntu and installation. So this is the live boot, and also here you can install it. Here is the internet connection. So it's always a good option. You always try it in the live boot first, and if you're satisfied without any issues, you can go with the installation. So there will be a bit difference when you install it on the bare metal and when you try it in the live boot, because there will be some changes, like a 400-500 of MB will be a bit lesser, and also there will be a bit smooth experience. So it's Lubuntu, and also it's a Ubuntu based Linux distribution which are from almost like a 10-15 years. So it's better to go with this type of Linux distribution, because these are all well-known Linux distributions. So I'm not recommending or anything, but they are well-known Linux distributions. You can get all the information and updates and all those things. So I'm going to first try it the live boot, and I'm going to show you all the information. So I'm running it on the virtual machine, which is a virtual box. So this is the desktop layout or the welcome screen. It's going to just take a few minutes, not even minutes, it's like a minute and 30-40 seconds maybe maximum, but it will be very quick booting. So let's open the system tools. Let's see the system monitor, which is QPS. So let's see, I'm going to change the display settings as soon as we see all the hardware specs or the resources. So these are all the resources. Let me make it bigger. So these are all the resources. As soon as you boot up, you should be seeing all those process and all those things. Here is the tree, thread. So you should be seeing all those things as soon as you boot up. And uptime is almost like a 3 minute 48 seconds or 4 minutes. So CPU is 5.5. Memory is using right now is used 518 MB. So I already mentioned that I'm using 8 GB of RAM for the virtual box. So here it is. So it's consuming like a 518 MB, which is a lightweight. So LXQt is a lightweight desktop environment, and also Lubuntu will be consuming a bit lesser here. So it's considered as a lightweight Linux distribution. So in my opinion, it's the best from the Ubuntu flavors. So if you consider as a good Linux distro, do let me know in the comment section. And if you consider it as a good lightweight Linux distribution, give it a thumbs up in the video. And here is the swap. Here is our CPU. So we saw all those things. So I'm just going to close the, just remember this information, and at the end, after opening all the application settings and going through all those things, let's see how much of resource it's going to consume. So let's close it right now. Let's change the display settings by going to preference, monitor settings. Here is our monitor. My monitor resolution is a 1920 into 1080, which is right here. I'm going to click on apply. Yes. And here is the advanced, and refresh rate is 60 Hz, but my monitor is like 165 Hz. So Linux will be having like a 60 Hz here. So I'm going to close all those things, and I'm going to open the internet browser, which is Firefox, and I'm going to give you all the information of the Lubuntu 24.04.1 LTS and also Lubuntu information. So before that, let's close the tabs which will open. Let's check the version of the browser. So in every other Ubuntu flavor, the version is 129, but let's see what version we get here. So you get the 129 version, same 0.2 update. So that is the latest Firefox browser version. So let's make it bigger, and let me type in some keywords, which is about, support, hit enter. Here you should be seeing some browser information and also the distro information. So the version of the browser name, which is Firefox, version is 129, build ID is 2024-08-19, and distribution ID is canonical. Here is the user agent, and the Linux kernel you are getting is 6.8.0-41, which is same in every Ubuntu and Ubuntu flavors. So I'm going to type in Linux kernel. So this is the Linux kernel official link or the official website, which is www.kernel.org. So this is the stable version right now, which is 6.10.7 2024-08-19, which is August 29th released. And this is the RC5, which is a release candidate version 6.11, and the long-term version is 6.6.48. So right now we are using the 6.8 version. So here you can get all the information. If you want, you can go to the release and get all the information right here. So I'm just going to close it here. Operating system theme is Breeze or Breeza. So it's a Breeze. I'm just going to scroll it down. So memory size is 7.8 GB. I already mentioned I'm using 8 GB of RAM. Disk space available is 3.8. So here is some browser information like a picture-in-picture version and all the other information. You can just pause the video and read everything. I'm just going to show you some other important information. If you consider anything is important here, you just need to pause the video and read everything. So the window protocol is X11, as you can see here. And the desktop environment, which I already mentioned, is LXQt. Here is some additional information. Here is the monitor resolution, which I already showed in the beginning. So here you should be seeing complete browser informations. So you just need to pause the video and read everything here. So I'm going to open all the links like 24.04.1 changes and the Ubuntu changes and the Lubuntu websites. So give it a few minutes, give me like 30 seconds. I'm going to open. I'm just going to trim that part. You don't need to worry about it. So here we have all the tabs opened. So I opened all the important tabs. So here is the 24.04 LTS Noble Numbat release notes. So here you should be seeing the introduction. So here is the summary. I'm going to show you all the information. So it's on April 11, so one day ago. So you should be seeing all the information here like an introduction, and support is Ubuntu support is from 24.04 LTS will be supported for 5 years until June 2029. So there is some difference, so you just need to watch that specific Linux distro videos and you should be seeing the exact supported years. So I already showed everything in the Kubuntu. If you want to check that Kubuntu, you can check it out, and I'm going to show you all the information here. So new features, 2038 year problem. So the Linux kernel we are using 6.8, systemd version 255.4. So you get all the information right here. Just scroll it down here. So this is the link, or you can go to the disclosure and get all the information. So here is the point release changes, which is 24.04.1. so here you should be seeing all the information like installation bug fixes. So you should be having heading like this, upgrade bug fixes. So you just need to go through all those things. If you consider it as important, you can go through and check all those information in this website. Desktop fixes, and also you should be seeing some server and cloud related fixes. So you get a lot of fixes here, base platform fixes. So you should be getting all those things. So now let's go to the Lubuntu. So in order to get to the official website, just type Lubuntu, or you can go to the official website, which is Lubuntu.me. So this is the official website of the Lubuntu. You can get all the information right here, which is Ubuntu based, compatibility, flash, fast and lightweight. So you get all the information of the Lubuntu right here. And here you can see the LTS 24.04.1 LTS is released. So you need to go to the blog, or you can just click here, and or else you can just scroll it up and you should be seeing the blog here. Click on the blog and you should be getting all the information here. So Lubuntu 24.04.1 LTS has been released with a codename Noble Numbat. So the 24.04 also has the same issues. So for the point update, it's not going to change. You should be seeing the Noble Numbat codename. Lubuntu 24.04 is the 26th release of Lubuntu, the 12th release of Lubuntu with LXQt as the desktop or the default desktop environment. Support lifespan, so 3 years until 2027. So that's the reason I always say you need to watch complete video. So you get the 3 years until April 2027. So the Lubuntu 24.04 LTS will be supported for 3 years until April 2027. So main focus will be on this and future releases. So what's the difference between Lubuntu 24.04 LTS and this release? So here is all the changes from point update. So is a set of image produced for convenience, so that a fresh install of the latest Lubuntu LTS does not require as many updates after install. So if you do system updates regularly, you are already running Lubuntu 24.04.1 LTS. And if you want to install Lubuntu on a system using Lubuntu 24.04 LTS image and do system updates, that system will also then be running Lubuntu 24.04.1 LTS. So you get all the information here. And also for more information about 24.04 LTS, you can see the release notes, which is right here. So you should be getting all the information like install. I already showed everything here. So these are all the changes. So if you want, you can see the artwork. So you already saw the Lubuntu 24.04 in my channel. If you didn't see that, you can see that, or else you can go to the official website and get all the information right here of the 24.04 LTS. And here is the point version. So here you can download. So before that, let's go through all the some additional information like what is Lubuntu. You get the LXQt 1.4.0, Qt 5.15.13, Mozilla Firefox version, which I already showed you, LibreOffice, VLC, Featherpad, Discover Software Center. I'm going to show all the applications, so you don't need to worry about it. Scroll it down, and about the upgrading, here is the information. For more information about upgrading, please visit the manual page. And also here is a manual page that describes the process. In addition, more information about upgrading release in Ubuntu and all the flavors for the 24.04 release can be found here. You just need to click on the links and you should be seeing all the installation and upgrade things. So here everything is available. So these are all the links, upgrades, which I also showed you in the Ubuntu video. So you just need to go to these links to get all the information. Just go to the official website and you should be seeing all the information there. And Lubuntu manual, stable, LTS, and all the versions. So stable for Lubuntu 24.04 LTS, LTS for Lubuntu 22.04 LTS. So here are all the information in the official website. So I'm going to show you the downloading thing now. So just go to the downloads, click on the downloads. Here you should be seeing 24.04.1 LTS Noble Numbat. Latest stable release supported until April 2027. So the other version is 22.04.4 LTS, which is supported April 2025. It's almost a bit like a 8-9 months available right now. So the LXQt version you get is 1.4.0. Let's check it. About LXQt, here is the version, and here are the other information. You can directly download here. So desktop 64-bit torrent link. So you can download the ISO files from here. And I think I covered all the important things from the browser, and I think I just need to close the browser and go to the desktop now. So let's close it. So let's open the terminal and let's type in some commands. System tools, let's open the terminal. Let's make it bigger. About Qt version, here is the Qt version. And about the terminal, here is the version. So let me type in neofetch. So here is our neofetch. The version is Lubuntu 24.04.1 LTS, running on the VirtualBox. Linux kernel is 6.8. Uptime is almost 18 minutes. Packages are 1968, dpkg 8snap, shell bash version 5.2.21. The resolution of the monitor 1920 x 1080. Desktop environment LXQt 1.4.0. Open box, theme breeze, icons Epirus. I don't know how it's pronounced, but here is the icons. Terminal, CPU, I'm using i5 1240p, which is already mentioned. Here is the RAM 741 MB. So when you open the system tools, UPS, here is the RAM. (665 MB), CPU 4.5%. So let me type in inxi -s8. So this is the command which will grab complete distro information. So let me scroll it up and go through all the important information. Host, it says as a Lubuntu. Kernel, which I already mentioned, 64-bit ISO file or the 64-bit architecture. Compiler GCC version is 13.2.0 and it's based on Ubuntu, which I already mentioned. Here is the distro name, which is Lubuntu, and Qt version 5.15.12, OpenBox version 3.6.1, desktop environment version 1.4.0, which I already shown you. So let's scroll it down and get other information. So this is some VirtualBox information. I'm just going to ignore it because it's not important for the video. We just need to get important information of the distro. So let me scroll it down. Here is my RAM, which I already mentioned. Here is the CPU, which is i5 1240p, and here are all the vulnerabilities. Just ignore it, but if you consider as important, you can just read everything by pausing the video. So here is the graphics information. Display is X11, VMWGFX version is 2.20.0.0, display X11, server Xorg version 21.1.11, PCOM version is 10. What else we have here is some screen resolution, monitor available resolutions. So here is complete information. Let me scroll it down. API EGL version is 1.5. What else we have here? OpenGL version 4.5. Mesa version is 24.0.9. GLX version 1.4. LLVM pipe version is right here, which is 17.0.6. Memory, which I already mentioned. Here is audio information, ELSA version. PyFire version is 1.0.5. And if anything is left, just pause the video and read everything, because I'm sitting far away from the monitor, so that's the reason. So I covered pretty much almost everything, but if I forget anything, just pause the video and read everything. So here is like a drives, partitions, unmounted, sensors, repos. So that's not important in the video. So I'm just going to scroll it down to get some additional information. So process right now running is 147, uptime is almost 19 minutes, and systemd version is 255. And also what we left here is shell bash version, which I already mentioned. INX version is 3.3.34. So let me type in cat /etc/issue. It says Ubuntu 24.04.1 LTS. So let me type in some commands which is same as the inx-swait. So it's better to type in inx-swait to get complete information instead of these commands. But I'm going to show you some commands which will give same information but in a small form. inxi-b, inx-G, inx-F. So it's working pretty much flawlessly without issues. So the Linux distro Lubuntu is working without any issues. It's quite impressive to see running without any issues, without any lag, and also it's consuming a lot of less RAM. So I like this Linux distribution. So in my point of view, it's working pretty much smoothly without any lag or any bugs or anything. And also the desktop environment is consuming a lot of it's consuming less resources compared to others. So let's try the desktop. So here is the desktop. So everything is pretty much pre-installed in this Lubuntu. Every like INXi is pre-installed, NeoFetch is pre-installed, even the desktop is pre-installed. So other Ubuntu flavor didn't have this anything pre-installed. We need to install it on our own, but in this case everything is pre-installed, so there is no work to be done here. So in my point of view, it's working flawlessly. What else we left here is the installation. So I'm just going to show you the installation and open few applications. So here we have the Lubuntu, the version, and about Calamares installer 3.3.5, which is same in every Ubuntu flavors. So choose your language here. There will be like a lot of languages available. You just need to scroll it down, click next, choose the location. You can choose the map or you can choose the drop down menu. The system language will be set to American English, United States. If you want to customize, you can customize by scroll it down and customize. The numbers and date locales will be set to say American English, United States. Again, same thing, if you want to customize, you can do that, or else keep it like default. Click next, choose the keyboard model and the keyboard language and also the variant, and also you can test your keyboard right here and you can switch the keyboard. Click next. Here you need to customize. If you want the installation mode with the full installation, go with the full installation. Here you should be seeing some description from all the options below. For full installation, you get all applications in the normal installation and all extra third-party packages listed below. So these are all be added. In the normal installation, you get the web browser, utilities, office software, games and media player. And in the minimal, you get only the desktop environment. So I'm going to choose the full installation because we need everything. And also here is some important note, which is Ubuntu and flavors are not responsible for third-party software installed from this list. So here is the note. So you need to read everything. And here is some additional options if you want, check it. So it's download and install updates following installation. This saves time after installation and keeps your system secure. So choose according to your wish and click on next. Here is the partition. So choose the drive or the installation drive first for the installation. So if you don't know how to install the Linux distros on the virtual disk or on the main disk, it's better to watch some tutorials which are already available in the YouTube. Like there are like short videos available in the YouTube. So I already have videos, but I never recommend my videos because I never made just only the installation tutorial. I cover like almost all the information about the Linux distribution, like features, desktop environment and the installation and all those things. and I'm not going to recommend because just for the installation you don't need to watch all the complete tutorial, so it will be a bit boring for you also. So instead of that, you can just watch some other channels and get all the installation information. So this here you need to, I'm going to give you a short information here. First choose your installation drive or the wherever you want to install it, and the first option is like a erase disk, which will erase complete information or complete like a media files, operating system, whatever it's available in that chosen drive. It's going to erase everything, and it's going to install only the Lubuntu as an operating system as a single boot. So whatever it's available in that drive, like a media files, music, documents, even the current operating system like a Windows 11 or whatever the operating system is available in that drive, it's going to wiped off and it's going to just install the Lubuntu on it. So be careful while choosing the option. That's the reason I'm saying it's better to watch some tutorials of installation and then go with the installation. And the other option is like a manual partitioning. Before choosing this option, you need to create a partition in the drive, and the partition will be available right here, and you can install the Lubuntu in that partition, and you should be seeing two operating systems or the dual boot options in the boot menu. So that's the big difference in the erase disk or the manual partitioning. The erase disk is basically single boot and the manual partitioning is like a dual boot options. So when you choose the erase disk, here is the encryption. If you want to encrypt your system, you can provide the password in both the boxes. If you don't want, just uncheck it. The current drive will be like this. After installation it will be like this, and the bootloader location, here are the options, the master boot record of that specific drive. In this case I'm using the virtual box, and it says as a VBox. If it's VMware, it's going to say VMware, and if it's some other drive, it's going to say that other drive. And the other option is system partition, and the other option is do not install a bootloader. So this is the installation process. When you click on next, here will be the user account creation or the account creation, which is similar in every operating system. So there is nothing complicated or anything other than when choosing the partitions. So just watch that tutorial and everything will be same, so you don't need to worry about anything. So it says what is your name. I'm going to type in my channel name here, which is 9to5Linux. What name do you want to use to log in? So when you choose the numericals, it says your username must start with a lowercase letter or an underscore. I'm choosing Runboxing. What is the name of this computer? I'm going to keep it like this. Choose a password to keep your account safe. For the sake of the video, I'm choosing simple 12345 password. So if everything is going good, you should be seeing a tick mark beside the boxes. And the box here is login automatically without asking for the password. If you want, check it or else uncheck it. It's clearly up to you. So after clicking on next, here you should be seeing a summary of whatever you chose here in the previous installation steps will be right here, like a location, keyboard, partitions, and these things will happen after clicking on install. And when you click on install, it's going to take like a 20 to 25 minutes, depends on the PC. If you have like a low-end PC, you should be good running. It's going to take like a 20-25 minutes. If you have like a high-end PC, it should be very quick, like a 8-9 minutes or maybe lesser. And also it depends on the stable ISO file or the beta ISO file. If you downloaded the stable ISO file, it should be done without any issues. Installation will be done on the 99%. There will be no issues. If you downloaded the beta version or unstable version or a development version, there will be rare cases like installation may fail, the screen will be frozen and nothing will happen on the screen, and also installation may also fail. So these are all the things will happen, so you need to understand all those things. And if you ask me, it's better to download the stable ISO file if you are a normal user. But if you are a distropper or if you are a Linux tester, you already know what to do here. So I'm going to close the installation because I need to make another video. So we pretty much got all those important things. So I'm just going to do a stress test, like opening a bunch of applications to see whether this Linux distro will handle day-to-day task. Because a normal user will be opening a bit of applications, like a 4-5 applications at once. So we need to see whether this distro will handle day-to-day task. Let me open a bunch of applications here. And also let me open the system monitor or the QPS to see how much of resource it's going to consume. So I'm going to open whatever available in front of me. So we don't have any big applications to see whether this distro will handle day-to-day tasks, but we are going to open all the default applications to see whether this will have any issues like not responding or like maybe some bugs or anything. So we already opened all the applications. Every application is opened instantly without any lag. So CPU is almost like a 15%. So there will be some difference in the CPU because we opened all the applications at one time only. So we opened everything at all the application instantly without waiting any time. So there will be some difference in the CPU graph. So we need to wait for a few seconds, and after every application is opened, you should be seeing this stable graph of the CPU. So it's consuming like a 1.2 GB right now. So it's still good in my point of view because it's a lightweight Linux distribution. So it's consuming pretty much properly. So when you install it on the bare metal, the difference will be a bit more here, and it will be consuming a bit lesser. So when you install this Linux distro on the bare metal, it's going to be performing very good. So even if I'm trying in the VirtualBox, it's running pretty much smoothly without issues. Every application is opening instantly. So let's try to switch the applications to see if there is any lag or any delay. So as you can see, everything is opening instantly. There is no lag or anything. So I'm impressed with this Linux distribution. Even if you have like a 2 GB of RAM, if you have like a 2 GB of RAM, it's going to perform very smoothly. So if you have like a dual core processor, it will be like a awesome, like a smooth, you should be seeing all the smooth experience. It's not so it's not a sponsored video or anything, but I have a good Linux distribution experience in using this Linux distribution. So I think it's a positive response from me. It's working pretty much smoothly without having any issues. So that's a good work, and also you should be having 3 years of support. So I think it's a better option to go with this Linux distribution, and it's clearly up to you also. It's to depend whether to use this Linux distribution or not. So it's clearly up to you to judge whether to use this Linux distribution or not. I'm going to say, in my point of view, it's pretty much working smoothly. For the low-end PC, it should be working smoothly without issues. And also Lubuntu, you already know Lubuntu from years, so I think you can blindly use this Linux distribution. If you have like a PC which is not you are not using, then go with this Linux distribution, which is if you have a PC or a laptop which is kept like without using, you can use this Linux distribution and you should be running the latest operating system. So that will be a good thing for the laptop also. So you can use those Linux distribution for this laptops, and you can use it. So which is sitting like on the desktop. So it's better to use the Linux distro on those laptops and make it work. So let's check the applications information, and I'm going to end the video. So we'll see you should be getting 3.0.20 Ockler, this version 23.08. LibreOffice should be 24.2.5.2. Firefox already showed you the version, which is 129. Featherpad 1.4.1. Here is some of the customization. Customize according to your wish. Icons and themes. LXQt theme. You can change the theme according to your wish. Here is the font. Here is the cursor. Let me close it. So here is the LXQt version. File manager. Pacman 1.4.1. You can go to the applications, you can go to the computer. So you already know how to customize and do anything here by going to edit, preference, change according to your wish. So I'm just going to close it. So here is the Lubuntu update. Check for updates. So it's going to take a few seconds, and we already downloaded the latest version, so I don't see, or I don't think there will be any updates available. But let's see and let's wait and see how much we have. So 2 to upgrade, 0 to install, and 0 to remove. So here is the updates. Let's check the desktop wallpapers, and I'm going to end the video. Here you can customize the font. Here is the background. You can browse the wallpapers. So here are all the backgrounds available. So there is some artwork they mentioned in the 24.04 version, which I already showed in the older version. So the wallpaper was available in 24.04, which is also available in this version also. So customize according to your wish. And at the end of the video, these are all the resources. CPU is going up to almost 19%, 20%. Memory is almost used, it's using like a 8 GB of RAM. So I don't know, because of the VirtualBox issue, it's a VirtualBox issue and the VMware. So I always have this type of issues, so just try to ignore it. Only with the Ubuntu distros. So when you try it on the bare metal, it will be working smoothly without issues. If you don't think that's working or not, you can just ask any of the other viewers who is already watching this video. They will give you a comment, or they will give you an answer if they are using that 24.04 version. So at the end of the video, these are all the CPU and RAM, and consider I'm running it on the virtual machine, and uptime is almost 40 minutes. So it's almost a 40 minutes video. So these are all the process, and I'm going to end the video because we covered almost everything without missing anything. So I'm going to show you the logout screen, and I'm going to end the video. So there is also the Ubuntu video in the YouTube. If you want to check those other Ubuntu flavors, there are already videos available, because I will be posting 2 videos. So here are other sessions. If you want to go with any other sessions, you can go with it. And here is the language selection. Here is the user. And thanks for watching. Peace out.